Sportsmole previews the Premier League action as Tottenham Hotspur welcome the visit of Rafael Benitez's Newcastle United to Wembley Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur take on Newcastle United at Wembley Stadium in the Premier League as Mauricio Pochettino's charges look to solidify their Champions League ambitions with 2 games left to play. As for the travelling Magpies, safety is already achieved for Rafael Benitez's men, but the club will now be hoping to snap a problematic 3-game losing streak as the season draws to a close. Tottenham Hotspur copyright offside. Spurs head into the rearranged fixture off the back of a surprise 1-0 away defeat at West Bromwich Albion that has just opened the door a little more for top 4 chasing Chelsea. Pochettino's side still find themselves very much in the driving seat, and while the Blues might be a concern over their collective shoulder, Spurs will still have bigger aspirations of moving above Liverpool into 3rd place. Up until recently, Tottenham's league exploits have been outstanding, having lost just once in 18 top-flight matches, but the recent defeat to the Baggies has added further tension to a period that also saw the club outclassed by Manchester City and held by Brighton. Pochettino has already revealed his frustration after drawing to the Seagulls and losing to Darren Moore's charges, although the coach has since called on his players to move on quickly and focus on usurping Liverpool. Victory over Newcastle on Wednesday would move Spurs into 3rd place, 2 points clear of the Reds with just 1 game left to play this term. Spurs will be hoping to get back on track quickly as they aim to wrap up Champions League qualification. The loss at the Hawthorns over the weekend proved to be the first time in 24 Premier League contests that the Lily Whites were unable to score. Harry Kane will likely be pipped to the Golden Boot by Mohamed Salah this term, but the England forward requires just 1 goal on Wednesday to draw level with George Hunt, who stands as the club's 6th highest scorer with 138 goals. Pochettino will be well aware of the club's successes against promoted sides ahead of the game. Spurs have won their last 17 home top-flight fixtures with promoted teams, and Tottenham will fancy their chances against an out-of-form Magpies side when they head into the first of 2 home games to end the campaign. That said, Spurs will be coming up against an outfit that have often proven problematic for Tottenham. Should Spurs win midweek, it would be their first league double over the Magpies since the 2004-05 season. Recent form, WWLDWL. Recent form, all competitions, WLDLWL. Newcastle United copyright offside. Miracle working. Benitez has arguably exceeded all expectations this season, keeping the Magpies up after promotion on nothing but a shoestring budget and unquestionable support from the Toon faithful. Political implications off the field have left the Spanish coach restricted in the transfer market, and it therefore cannot be overlooked what Benitez has achieved during his short stint at St. James's Park, a promotion from the toughest second-tier division around at the first time of asking, followed by Premier League safety the very next term. Following 4 straight Premier League wins to guarantee themselves safety, Newcastle have now lost 3 on the bounce, and Benitez will be keen to ensure that the Magpies get something from their final 2 games in order to position himself strongly ahead of what could be a politically argumentative summer for the coach and the club's board. The Magpies were poor during the first half in their recent 2-1 defeat at Watford, but some impressive tactical changes from Benitez almost saw the visitors get back into the game in a second half showing that will likely give Newcastle momentum heading to Wembley Stadium. Away fixtures with Spurs have proven freakishly profitable for Newcastle in recent years too. As things stand, Newcastle have won their last 3 Premier League trips to Tottenham. Added to that, the Magpies have bounced back to win from losing positions on 6 different occasions in Premier League history. No other side has as many comeback wins against one particular opponent in the annals of the division. Ios Perez will be itching to get back onto the pitch as he finds himself in an impressive purple patch of late. The frontman now has 4 goals in his last 6 league showings, and has also scored the winner in Newcastle's last 2 away victories over Spurs. With little but pride in Benitez's appearance to play for, Newcastle will be having to turn the tide on some problematic club form against top 4 sides to beat Spurs. The Magpies have recorded just 1 win in 50 Premier League away matches against teams beginning the day in the division's top 4 positions. Recent form, WWL team news. Copyright offside. Victor Wanyama should sit as Spurs key midfielder with Eric Dier likely to miss the game through illness. Moussa Dembele is also out through injury. Kane is expected to lead the line, with further support provided by Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen. Son Heung-min, Eric Lamela and Lucas Moura will all be battling for a starting berth. Jan Vertonghen came off against the Baggies but is back fit and should feature next to either Davinson Sanchez or Toby Alderweireld at the back. Matt Ritchie impressed when coming on over the weekend, and he could replace youngster Jacob Murphy, while DeAndre Yedlin should push Javier Manquillo close at right back. Perez enjoys scoring against Spurs, and the forward is likely to play in the hole just behind lone frontman Dwight Gale for the trip south this week. Tottenham Hotspur possible starting lineup: Lloris, Trippier, Sanchez, Vertonghen, Davies, Wanyama, Sissoko, Eriksen, Ali, Moura, Kane. Newcastle United possible starting lineup: Dubravka, Yedlin, Lascelles, Lejeune, Dummett, Ritchie, Diame, Shelby, Kennedy, Perez. Gale. Head-to-head. Spurs won the corresponding fixture earlier in the season at St James's Park courtesy of a 2-0 victory, Ali and Davies scoring to defeat 10-man Newcastle. The clubs have played each other 45 times in the history of the league, Newcastle winning 21 to Tottenham's 18. The Magpies have 9 away victories over Spurs. Tottenham's last home league win against Newcastle came at the Old White Hart Lane in 2013, when a rising Gareth Bale netted a brace in a 2-0 victory in London. We say, Tottenham Hotspur 3-1 Newcastle United. Events in the top 4 have left Spurs sweating on a Champions League place, but a victory at home would lift them into third and put them on the verge of wrapping up European qualification on the final day of the season this coming weekend. Pochettino's side have looked a little lackluster going forward in recent weeks, and the Argentine coach will be hoping that Chelsea's resurgence will now focus his team fully on securing a top 4 finish. As for the Magpies, onlookers would be forgiven for thinking that this Newcastle side have been on the beach for the last few weeks. Benitez will be pushing his players to prove people wrong by finishing strongly in what has undoubtedly been a remarkable season for the players, staff and fans at the club.